This channel comes from a place where I'm like, hold on, we can actually manage our hair. It actually is the most versatile, the most amazing hair there is. It does everything. It does the most, of all hair types. It can be kinky, curly, coily, and straight, and revert back to kinky. I'm telling you, it's amazing. But no, you haven't been told that. And unfortunately, the fight to undo the chains in the mind still goes on. Why am I a natural hair YouTuber? I get that question every now and then. Why did you get into this anyway? Like, what got you started? What motivates you? That's what this video is going to be about. It's probably going to be lengthy, so grab a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, whatever it is that you're drinking, and let's talk about why we're here, why I'm making videos, and why you're watching. It's an important one. Keep watching. So let's get the basics out of the way. Obviously, I'm going to talk about why I'm a YouTuber, but more specifically, why I'm a natural hair YouTuber. Obviously, I do speak about, faith every now and again, relationships. I do bring my husband here and there to do, some fun videos, but mainly I would say 80 to 90% of this channel is natural hair. It started as natural hair. It will always be, around natural hair. And in this video, we're going to address why natural hair. The first thing obviously is freedom of expression. I do it at my own free will. It provides you obviously with a platform to express your views. You can do it at your own time, at your own pace. You can do things you love, things that you're passionate about. So it's like your little space where, you share your interests. For some people, it's a hobby. For me, it's a hobby. It is turning into a business, but I do it in my spare time. I have a full-time job outside this. So yeah, freedom of expression. I also enjoy the process of content creation, from thinking about it to writing it down to planning it. When are you going to do it? How do you want to do it? What sort of things do you want to add into it? Putting it all together, editing it, putting it on YouTube, and then seeing the response, the interactions. It's so surprising how sometimes you put so much effort into a video and pretty much no one watches it. And then some of the videos that you're like, oh, whatever, that's the ones that people watch. So it has been an interesting journey for me to really figure out what you guys like to watch. And initially I used to do videos that I want to do. I still do videos that I want to do, but a lot of the times I do videos that you want to watch, videos that you like to watch or that you're interested in, because obviously you make this channel. You being here and watching this video, you're actually making me come up here every day to do it. If there was no one watching, I probably won't continue, because it means there's no interest. So yeah, creating that community, interacting with you guys, seeing people, have great results, maybe from seeing my journey with my hair or just advice that I give around hair, that really inspires me and that really fulfills me as an individual. YouTube is my favorite side hustle. Unfortunately, as Africans, reading is not a big part of our lives, and unfortunately, even for me as a child, I didn't read a lot. I still don't like to read, but I'm trying to read more. But one book I can say I've read start to finish is Robert Kiyosaki's book, where he stresses about the importance of having multiple streams of income. And YouTube is just one of those things that I do that does bring money, and it brings money while I do something I enjoy. There's nothing more fulfilling than that. Love my day job as well, but I also love YouTube. And why not be rewarded to do something that you love to do? So that's another reason that I'm here. The last thing I want to talk about in this segment is that I am a die-hard African woman. I am passionate about African women, inspiring African women, because I understand a lot of the struggles that we go through. Firstly, by being women, next by being women of color, thirdly, being an immigrant, yeah, there's a lot that is against you. There's a lot that's for us as well, but there's a lot that is against, and sometimes it can be overwhelming just being an African woman. Hair is one of those things, and I'm just gonna get into the deep stuff as to why I'm actually here on YouTube and why I started filming in the first place. The main reason I'm here is to empower the African woman to embrace her natural hair, to change the narrative about what beauty is, to empower women to learn their hair, love their hair, embrace their hair, and feel and look beautiful in their hair. It's deep because unfortunately a lot of us are products of colonialism. If you're fortunate enough to not be colonized, thank God. But if you were, you speak English very well because you were colonized by the British or, someone else. You're probably fluent in French if you were colonized by the French. Some of us don't even speak our languages as good as we do English, which is good because a lot of the world communicates in English, but it's a bit sad because we are supposed to have our native languages at the top of any other language. But anyway, I digress. After being told for generations that you're not good enough, sometimes it feels like it's in your fiber to look into the mirror and want something else. So starting this YouTube channel was not only a journey for myself to a place of acceptance, but also to inspire someone else to be comfortable in their own skin and their own hair. Unfortunately, because of how society is, the narrative of beauty is not exactly a depiction of reality. So many women around the world from different backgrounds, different ethnic groups, and so to just have one model of what is considered beautiful is really incorrect and very damaging, and it has been detrimental for African women and Africa in general. Unfortunately, beauty is not really in the kinks. Beauty is straight, long, dark, thick hair, that is. So if you rock up with some kinky hair that is that short because of shrinkage, it doesn't really seem to hold a style, it's got a lot of frizz, people look at you funny because like, what is that? And you can't really blame people because obviously they haven't seen and they haven't been exposed to that kind of hair. You don't see a lot on TV around that hair. You see a lot of representation of other hair types, but not so much kinky hair. And when I say kinky hair, I am referring to type 4A, B, C. So growing up, we didn't learn how to look after our hair, and that's hugely because, most of the practices that we did were to mask the hair or change the hair type, either through chemically straightening it for ease of management or to look like someone else, or putting in the weaves or the wigs to once again manage it, but also to fit in, to belong. That's what was considered beautiful. It still is, actually. Unfortunately, even to this day, there's people that just cannot embrace or do not embrace their natural hair. And don't get me wrong, you can wear whatever you want, wigs, braids, weaves. I do too, but I do it because I want to, not because I have to, and not because I'm trying to belong or to fit in. My childhood, I remember high school, Sundays would be wash day, where you wash your hair with a harsh shampoo. Wasn't really privy to what deep conditioning was, but I was very familiar with the hot comb, where we would put it on, hot coal or like a brazier and pretty much burn the hair out. And that was because we didn't know how to manage it. Grandma didn't know how to manage it. And beauty is pain. You go to the hair salon and they tell you, Mama, be strong, be strong. Beauty is pain. Beauty is not easy. And they'll blow it out and I would be crying in tears. And that's what I knew. And that's what most of us knew to be the care of our hair. And a lot of people just ended up relaxing their hair because they couldn't take that. So this channel comes from a place where I'm like, hold on, we can actually manage our hair It actually is the most versatile, the most amazing hair there is. It does everything. It does the most, of all hair types. It can be kinky, curly, coily, and straight, and revert back to kinky. I'm telling you, it's amazing. But no, you haven't been told that. And unfortunately, the fight to undo the chains in the mind still goes on. I'm reading a book by, what's this guy's name? Samuel Korateng Pipim. It's called Africa Must Think. And I like this book because it's actually very brief. You don't have to read a lot per paragraph. And one of the quotes that he makes in this book says, "From whence comes slavery? ? First, the metal chains, as in chained physically, then the mental chains." That's such a deep statement. Yes, we're no longer colonized, but the effects of colonialism and, that era, that other generations, obviously, it didn't happen in my generation, but that generational impact is still there. And so, yes, we don't have physical chains, but up here, we're still chained as Africans. Today, I still argue with people that say, oh, it's just your genes. You grow your hair because you have great genes. And you know what? You might be right. Maybe I've got great genes. But do you know if you've got great genes or bad genes until you try? Do you not have to actually give it a fighting chance and absolutely try your best to grow your hair? And if it doesn't, then you can put it down to genes. But if you don't try, if you don't have a regimen, if you haven't actually tried to deep condition and protective style and detangle gently, you won't actually know if you can grow your hair down to your brow or your tailbone. You will never know. And I just want to say, African hair grows. Yes, it can grow a little bit slower. Shrinkage, doesn't help. The shape of the follicle is, it's almost like an oval shape. So the hair comes out a little bit flat and it does not grow straight up like an Asian or a white person or a Caucasian person. It grows like that. So there's a lot against it in that you won't see length straight up until you pull it down or you stretch it with heat or whatever else. Or you literally physically have to pull it down. The good thing is it's elastic, so it can do a lot of things. It can have an afro or a curl or whatever you want. So there's advantages and disadvantages to that. But the point is, you will not know if your hair actually grows until you try. So undoing that mentality is the aim of this video, to show that you can, not the aim of the video, but the aim of the channel, to show that African women can actually grow their hair to long lengths. And we know this because people have grown their hair. People with type 4 hair have grown their hair to their bum and past their bum. And no, it hadn't happened before. I mean, I never grew up seeing someone with hair that long. If you have, then great, But for a lot of us, this is new. It's only happened in the past 10 years or so. So that is proof that we can grow hair. And if you're interested in growing your hair, then you should give it a go. So that you don't wear wigs, weaves, braids, etc. to belong or to feel comfortable, or because you have to, or because you don't know how to manage your natural hair. But you wear those things because you want to. It's a part of your regimen. You're trying to protect your hair, trying to give yourself a break. But you embrace your hair, you know how to handle your hair, you know how to handle your hair, and you love your hair. So unfortunately, we were robbed of our identity because, hair is part of your identity. Obviously, it's not, it doesn't define you, but it's a part of who we are. So embracing that and understanding that and learning about that will not only help us accept it, but also help the world be receptive to it. Because even other races still think that our hair is not the ideal. And that's hugely because we don't embrace it. We're embarrassed about it. Yeah, we shun away from it and we want to look like something else. So yeah, that is a reason to start a YouTube channel. Undoing the idea that natural hair is not manageable. It can be managed. For example, I pretty much deal with my hair twice a month. Yes, when I do handle my hair on a Sunday, it takes up a lot of time. It can take hours, anywhere between 3 hours to, much more, depending on what I'm doing. But it's twice a month. Twice a month. It's not that much. I guess when we record the videos on YouTube, it looks like it's a lot, but it actually isn't. So getting to that place where I'm trying to communicate that you can actually fit it into your lifestyle. And if you have a daughter, you want to know how to take care of their hair and your hair, because they look at mommy, do as I say, but not as I do. That doesn't work for kids. They actually look at mom, what she's doing, and they emulate that. So if they see mommy, handling her hair, caring for her hair, she'll do the same. So the message of natural hair care and embracing your natural hair is actually deeper than the surface. It's deeper than we make it seem to be, and maybe we're scared of actually hitting the nail on the head, but that's really the aim of a lot of, I don't know about other YouTubers, but that's my aim in creating these videos, just to share how to care for your hair and how to manage it, and to show that it can actually be managed. The notion that it's time consuming, it can be. If you want it to be, it can be. If you don't have time, there is ways around it. There's ways around it. Protective styling, low manipulation styles, planning your routine, your schedule. Wash day can be hard work, but like I say, there's things that you can do to shorten the time that you're dealing with your hair. Frizz. People are here laying their edges. There's nothing wrong with laying your edges, but if you absolutely cannot handle your hair or your edges frizzy, I mean, that's your hair. It's frizzy. If it's type 4, it will have some sort of frizz. Yes, you can minimize the frizz, and sometimes the frizz is due to the cuticle being open, but sometimes it's just the natural texture and type of hair that is curly or so kinky that it makes it look frizzy. So, we need to come to a place of obviously embracing that part of our hair, which is another aim for, doing these videos or being on YouTube, to allow people to embrace their frizz. It's okay to have frizzy hair. And the more you accept that, the more society will accept it. We need to normalize frizz like yesterday. This is a big one. Natural hair is not beautiful. We are here documenting our hair, sharing tips how to care for your hair, etc. Doing twist outs, braid outs, wash and goes, etc. But sometimes you can sort of see the subtle obsession, or maybe it's not that subtle, the obsession with wavy curls, or once again laid edges, or like a wet look kind of look, and not really just afro, like a kinky afro, nappy, afro. And that might or might not be stemming from a place where we still want the good hair, or what's considered to be good hair, which is a looser curl or a looser texture. So once again, YouTube, vlogging here, making videos, a huge part of it is to try and undo that and come to a place where we can actually just normalize natural hair. It's beautiful, end of story. Without the twist out, without the definition, without the curls, without the laid edges, straight up, natural texture. So yeah, that's another big part why I film or why I make videos about natural hair. Unfortunately, even women that are not African are subject to this idea of beauty where, yeah, straight, long, maybe thick hair is what's considered to be beautiful. If it's thinner or it can't really grow past a certain length, even if it's not type 4, even if it's type 1, yeah, society is not really keen on that. It's not really the ideal. So yes, Africans have a certain set of problems when it comes to hair, but even our Caucasian sisters do experience similar issues with us as well. So it's okay to actually put our hands together, or join forces and attack this issue by starting here with ourselves and embracing who we are. Documenting my hair journey allows me not only to embrace my hair, but to empower someone else to embrace it. Thankfully, there have been people that have, looked up to me and taken my advice and learned one or two things from my channel. And I learn also from them and from other YouTubers that do this. It's a collective effort to learn and to share knowledge. So this channel not only helps you guys, but it also helps me to learn, and also on my journey to, better hair. Now, having said all this, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't wear wigs, weaves, braids, whatever. I'm pro-choice. Do whatever you want to do with your hair. You're free. I love the versatility of hair extensions and whatever else comes with African culture. But then I would really love if we can wear our hair because we want to, wear these hairstyles because we want to, not because we have to. I love my hair, my natural hair, but I also love my crochet braids. Do you know what I mean? And I wear them because I want to, or because I want to protect my hair. So choice and choosing from a place of knowledge, not from a place of ignorance, is the aim pretty much of all of the natural hair care that I guess we're sharing here on YouTube. Now, having said all this, hair obviously is important. It's part of who we are. The Bible says it's a covering for a woman. And there's not many people that can go bald because obviously, hair shapes the face, it gives you some kind of security. But we should always remember that hair should not define us. It is just hair at the end of the day. Most of the times, even when you cut it off, it grows anyway. So to not get too attached, to not get too obsessed, to not get it, allow it to take over our lives. It shouldn't become an idol where everything stops because of hair, Yes, it's okay to set aside time to take care of your hair, but I'm just saying that hair is a part of who we are. It's not who we are. You are not your hair. I am not my hair. Do you guys know that song? But yeah, it's part of us, but not us. It doesn't make us. There are other aspects of us or our being that make us who we are, and hair is just a small part of it. I want to leave you a quote by Mahatma Gandhi, and it says, "You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind." There's a lot of strength in that quote, and I leave you with that quote because I want us to remember that whatever we do, whatever we become, starts up here. It starts with a change of mind, a change of heart. Once we make a decision for change, for a certain change up here, everything falls into place. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you've learned one or two things. Comment below what you think about it, what you think about hair. Thanks for watching. Until next time, it's Pamara Naturals. Bye.